surge support teams. I'm Brian Berman, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Some states are getting extra COVID-19 help from the Biden administration.
Colorado, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, Vermont. We've sent new surge teams to a lot of those areas.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says the teams will help healthcare systems in the states that are struggling to handle the increase in COVID cases. New York is one of the states being hit the worst by the winter surge. The state hit a pandemic record of 21,000 new cases yesterday. Dr. Anthony Fauci says studies have found a profound immunity increase against the Omicron variant after a booster shot is taken. He says the best protection against the Delta and Omicron variants is getting fully vaccinated plus receiving a booster shot.
We are in a situation where we are now facing a very important Delta surge, and we are looking over our shoulder at an oncoming Omicron surge.
Fauci said Omicron is more transmissible than any variant we've seen before, but there are still details unknown because of how new the variant is. The White House said 1 million people are getting boosted every day. A hacker in Orange County could get 7 years in prison for allegedly posting racist and homophobic content during online classes.
A person in a skull mask, sunglasses, and a beanie spewed racist rants in Google classrooms at Villa Park High School during the pandemic. Orange County DA Todd Spitzer says this isn't just some prank.
Be able to show with further evidence that was in his possession, on his cell phone, and other places, that he may really harbor these kinds of attitudes towards homosexuals and people of color.
The man's been charged with felony unauthorized computer access with a felony hate crime enhancement. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
UC Irvine Medical Center is hosting a series of blood drives to address a critical blood shortage that stems from the pandemic. UCI Transfusion Medical Director Dr. Min Ha Tran says hospitals need people to get back into the habit of donating.
We also need people to collect the blood and to, do the donor testing and, the manufacturing of the blood components, and we need people to, distribute the blood.
Tran says the pandemic reduced crowded colleges and businesses, which used to be convenient places to park a bloodmobile. The drive continues Monday through Wednesday. People who donate will get a $15 gift card to Target or In-N-Out. A time capsule from 1887 has been found in Virginia in a pedestal where a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee used to be. Crews say the box was found yesterday in a large chunk of stone. A newspaper article from 1887 says the capsule contains a photo of President Lincoln in his coffin and items from the Civil War. Historians in the state are expected to open the capsule next week. And it's a bird, it's a plane, it's the sky-high auction price for Superman #1.
It cost a dime when it sold on newsstands in 1939, but even marking up for inflation, its auction price is stratospheric. A buyer whose identity was undisclosed paid $2.6 million for the comic book at an auction Thursday, hosted by ComicConnect.com. The seller, Mark Michelson from Houston, bought the comic from its original owner in 1979 and said he's kept the book in a temperature-controlled safe the last 4 decades. Superman #1 wasn't the first appearance of the Man of Steel, by the way. That was Action Comics #1 in 1938. Mild-mannered Mark Ronner, KFI News.
We're looking at some road work on the 60.
Ontario on the eastbound side of the 60, danger to Van Buren. It's the 3 left lanes have been shut down overnight by Caltrans. Look out for some sudden slowing at the start of the closure there. North Hollywood, 170 southbound, Victory Boulevard to Riverside Drive. 2 right lanes coned off to around 7 o'clock this morning. And in Irvine, northbound side of the 405, MacArthur to Fairview, carpool, and 2 left lanes out of commission until around 8 o'clock. Again, just some slight delays at this point. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Bucky.
Whether you're vaccinated or not, it's important to know the symptoms of COVID and its variants. Fever is the leading sign of COVID and the flu, so make sure you use an accurate thermometer. Only the Exergen temporal scanner thermometer has been proven accurate, with more than 100 clinical studies. Non-contact thermometers have no clinical evidence behind them, and you cannot rely on them. Be vigilant and seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Learn more at Exergen.com.
No one tries to be unsafe online, but during the holidays, when you give up info and privacy, you may give up safety too.
Accept cookies to get holiday cookies? Oh, okay.
Norton 360 with LifeLock helps keep your digital world merry and bright with device security, a VPN for privacy, identity theft protection, and more. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can opt in to cyber safety. Visit norton.com/join and save 25% or more off your first year of Norton 360 with LifeLock.
Southside weather from KFI. Sunny with highs in the mid-60s to around 70 at the beaches. Light winds to some heavy gusts in LA County. Mostly sunny with highs in the low 60s in Metro LA and OC. There's a wind advisory in the inland valleys and LA County mountains until 2 this afternoon. Mid to upper 60s in the inland valleys. And there's a frost advisory in the IE until 8 this morning. Highs in the mid to upper 60s in the Inland Empire. Right now it's 46 degrees in San Clemente, 45 in Hacienda Heights, 46 in Sherman Oaks, and 39 in Pasadena. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Bruman. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Good Saturday morning to you, my friend. Welcome home. It is just a few minutes after 6 o'clock. I am Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, custom home builder, custom home designer, here for you live like I am every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 and Sundays from 9 to 11. What are we here for? To help you with your home, to be an advocate for you, to an advisor as you wrestle with construction issues on your home, to be a design mentor for you, because when it comes to transforming your home, you know, only one thing really matters. Design matters most. And, you know, a friendly voice in your morning as you take on the noble work of turning your ordinary house into something extraordinary. The team is assembled. Sam is on the board doing what he does. Morgan's sitting in for Misty this morning as our producer. She's standing by, ready to take your calls. That's right. That's right.
Thank you, thank you.
How you doing, Morgan?
Great, how are you?
I'm great. How was Friday night?
It was good. Pretty uneventful for my usual Friday nights. I'm dog sitting, so I stay
Oh,
home.
yeah. What
Nothing
kind of
crazy.
dog? What kind of
Two little chihuahuas, and I have a Great Pyrenees, so it's going to be interesting.
dog? Wait, they're all together? You have a Great Pyrenees and 2 Chihuahuas.
Right, yeah. The two chihuahuas are the dogs I'm dog sitting, so, well, I'll have to check back in about that. Hopefully it goes
Okay.
well.
All right. All right. What? But you don't have your Pyrenees with you when you dog sit, or do you?
Yes, I do. Yeah, all
So
three
is
of
there
them.
is there any temptation to like eat the other one?
I don't think he wants to eat them, but I'm just scared he's gonna, accidentally step on them and they're done, So,
Yeah. I have some friends who live in upstate New York who run a farm, a biodynamic farm in upstate New York, and they constantly have and are training Great Pyrenees for their herding, for their sheep herding up there.
yeah, they're
And
great.
maybe you just herd them. Herd
Yeah.
the Chihuahuas.
Oh, they're great dogs, but yeah, he'll herd them around the house, that's for sure.
All right, my best friend in all the world, Tina, is MIA at the moment. I'm not exactly sure where she is, but she will be here soon. That's right. Call her in. Call her in. And Brian Baruman is on the news desk. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, sir.
How are things with you this flutter? All right. All right. So here's the thing. I plan to attempt to inspire you today. And that's where we're going with this morning's show. Some shows are more instructive, some are a little bit more informative, some are inspirational. My intention is to inspire you, to nudge you, to push you a little bit outside of your comfort zone for your own damn good. So we're going to be doing that, but also we'll be, as is our custom, going to the phones. And those of you who are faithful listeners know Saturday morning, great time to call in. So let me give you the number now. The number to reach me, 833-2-ASK-DEAN. 833 numeral 2 ask Dean. Okay. Where to begin? Oh, let me begin with this. I just had to pour a little coffee there. Okay. All right. If we were going to entitle today's program, and tomorrow's, by the way, we would call it Homes That Heal. Now, no, this is not about medical devices in your home. It's about, in my opinion, what makes a home truly a great home. A great home. Clearly, a great home is far more than just having a dependable roof over your head. But what then makes it great? What makes a house a home, as it were? And no, we're not going to do the, chicken food for the soul kind of thing. I'm talking architecture and design with you this morning. That's the point. What turns an ordinary house into, as I say every week, an extraordinary home? Specifically, in my opinion, it's a question of, is it size? No. Is it luxury? Absolutely not. Opulence? No. No, it is not. When we come back, I'm going to read a quote to you, which is, I'm going to say, it is probably the most significant compass guiding quote that I utilize and have been inspired by as an architectural designer in my entire career, from a non-architect, which makes it, I think, even more potent. But I'm going to share that with you. This is a quote. It's so important to us that we put it right up front on our own website at House Whisperer. So I will share that with you when we return, and then we're going to get into sort of the nitty-gritty questions of what it is that truly makes a house a great home. I am so glad you joined me this morning. There is so much more to come. Your home with Dean Sheriff, the House Whisperer, Brian Berman has the news. Well, the NFL has postponed the Rams versus Seahawks game at SoFi Stadium because of COVID issues. The mayor of San Francisco has declared a state of emergency in the Tenderloin neighborhood because of high numbers of overdose deaths and high crime. And a federal appeals court has ruled that President Biden's vaccine mandate for large employees can't take effect next year. We're looking at some trouble on the 91. So if you are ready to build your dream kitchen, I am thrilled. You've reached a milestone. So I always ask you this, what's the first move going to be? I tell you what you don't want to have happen. You don't want to be making all the mistakes that the old kitchen designers made, because that's why you're tearing that sucker out. And you don't want to make all new ones. So what do you really need? You need expert help. You do. You do. You want to get the advice and the wisdom of an expert kitchen designer. And you want to get flooded with inspiration. And you can do that at the Kitchen Store. The Kitchen Store's 7,000 square foot cabinet design showroom is the largest in Southern California. I was there yesterday afternoon. Tina and I went down because we needed some inspiration. They're right off the 405 in Culver City. For more than 50 years, it's the best place for kitchen cabinets in all of SoCal. State-of-the-art computer design, same as cash financing, no payments, no interest for a full year, pricing that beats the big boxes. So, start your new kitchen right. Set up a free consult by dialing 310-KITCHEN. That's 310-KITCHEN. And check them out on the web at 310kitchen.com. We're looking at a stall on the 91.
Yeah, just a stalled car in Anaheim on the eastbound side of 91. That's Ford Magnolia, sticking out into the right lane there. So stay to the left side, be vigilant. Not much of a backup, but watch for cars swerving to avoid that. Coast to Mesa 405 southbound of Harbor, some MacArthur Caltrains in the car pulling 3 left lanes until around the top of the hour. Northbound 405 MacArthur to Fairview, it's car pulling 2 left lanes, shut down until around 8 o'clock. And southbound Monty on the westbound side of the 60, Rosemead Boulevard to Finley, 2 left lanes out of commission until 8 a.m. as well. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Bucky.
This report is sponsored by Southern California Edison. Southern California Edison wants you to know that downed wires are dangerous and that you should never step in water near a downed wire because it can be electrified. Stay away and call 911. Stay alert, stay safe. Learn more at fce.com/stay safe.
Individual research and during business guaranteed past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely. I want to talk to you
to you about cryptocurrency. Did you know that if you invested $10 in Bitcoin in 2010, it would be worth over $400,000 in January 2021? Crypto could represent the future of money, but it can be intimidating. And what about taxes? Well, with an Alto Crypto IRA, you can trade crypto like Bitcoin and avoid or defer the taxes. You can create an account in just minutes and invest with as little as $10 with no setup charges and no account fees. There are over 80 coins available, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Make a cash contribution or transfer cash from an existing IRA. Invest just $10 today. Who knows what it could be worth in 10 years? Ready to take your investments to the next level? Diversify like the pros and trade without tax headaches. Open an Alto Crypto IRA with as little as $10. Just go to altoira.com/start. That's ALTOIRA.com/start. Start investing in cryptocurrency today. Go to altoira.com/START. Well, it's still dark outside, but the power is on, right? Blackouts have become a regular part of life here in California. As disruptive as they are, they're not just that, and they're not just an inconvenience. A loss of power to your home can threaten your health or your safety. A loss of power to your business means loss of revenue. So whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, blackouts are an ongoing problem. The solution is Duffy Power. Duffy is Southern California's emergency power expert. They protect private homes with backup generator systems, and their reputation comes from keeping Southern California's business operations running through all sorts of emergencies and planned outages and scheduled maintenance and the like. Duffy is there for you 24/7, 365. Emergencies, repairs, rentals, unrivaled commercial maintenance services, all of it to guarantee that the power stays on when you need it. Power outages are here to stay, fortunately. So is Duffy Power. To protect your home or your business from the next power outage and all the ones after that, go to DuffyPower.com, DuffyPower.com.
Wesley had IRS trouble.
They told me I was in $43,000.
It got really bad.
I'm at my house, my car. I seriously thought I was going to lose everything.
Wesley called Optima Tax Relief.
Oh, they were crazy. Optima Tax. They know what it is.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I told them they told me about money. Call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. Optima Tax Relief.
Checking out your whole home? Don't stop at window displays. Upgrade your window treatment. If you haven't tried Blinds.com, now's the time. With prices cut up to 35%, Blinds.com can make your dream home a reality with affordable custom window treatments. Blinds.com makes it easy to make small home improvements you'll enjoy every day. Save big at Blinds.com on premium blinds, stylish shades, and more. Shop Blinds.com and save up to 35% off site-wide. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This is your moment. The moment to care for your aging parents or grandparents. To be there to help them when they truly need it. To lend a helping hand, or just a hand to hold. If you have an ailing parent or grandparent, paid family leave can provide you with up to 8 weeks of partial wage replacement to give you the care you need, to give them the attention they need. This is your moment. Take it. To learn more, visit CaliforniaPaidFamilyLeave.com. Moment now.
You want out of your house for whatever reason. Maybe you're moving or downsizing, there's financial issues, maybe you're inheriting it.
Sell your home usually needs hours of patient cleaning and staging. But what if you could sell your home for a fair price without any of that hassle? The buyer never had to walk through your home. You could sell it without an appraisal, no commissions, no fees.
What if you get paid in cash and get it done fast, like in 10 days or less? This is exactly what DirectBuyers.com will do.
DirectBuyers.com is a local family-owned business. They've been around since the mid-'80s. We talked with the owners, Janet and Matt. Wonderful people. They care about their clients.
You don't want to go to a national call center. These are the people we trust. Do not sell your home until you talk to DirectBuyers.com. See what they can offer you. They will give you an honest, no-obligation offer. They can even get you $15,000 cash advance before closing to help with your move.
They're not going to lowball you. Go to DirectBuyers.com. DirectBuyers.com. 844-242-SELL. That's 844-242-SELL. DirectBuyers.com.
For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules.
We know you listen to KFI, but when it's that time of year, you can hear your favorite Christmas music right now on the official holiday music station, Coast 103.5. What? All your favorite holiday songs. Coast 103.5, your home for the holidays.
KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk. Sharp, the house whisperer with you on this beautiful, crisp Saturday morning. You are listening to Home, where every week we help you better understand that place where you are living. It is exactly, you know what day this is. Saturday. 1 week from now, Christmas morning. That's right. When next we speak with each other on Saturday morning, it will be Christmas. Am I actually going to be here? Yes, I am. Why? Because I got nowhere else to go. Yeah, we're going to be here with you live next Saturday morning for 2 hours of a little bit of Christmas show as we're getting revved up for Christmas morning. Why not? We're home. It doesn't get in the way of our celebration. I know it doesn't get in the way of your celebration, you know, and I know who's listening on Saturday morning. We know who our listeners are. You guys are the magic makers. You're the ones who get up. You're up. You're making the coffee. You're getting breakfast ready for everybody. You're setting out the presents. I know. There's those folks in every family. Kids are going to be coming over. The grandkids are going to be coming. You know, somebody has to set this up and get this train on the track and running. And it's those of you who are up with me at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning. You guys are the ones that do it. So, we'll be there. Yeah, it's been Christmas morning. Okay. All right. Today, probably because I'm thinking we're turning the corner into Christmas week, I just want to be, you know, a little bit inspirational. Let me say, not forget, you know, I chuckle all the time. You know, how bad I still am at doing radio. I just laugh. You have to laugh because crying, you know, just messes up your eyes. The number to reach me at, just in a few minutes, we're going to go to the phone. Here is the number. Give us a call. Jump into the queue. Let's talk about your home. 833-2-ASK-DEAN. 833, the number 2, Ask Dean. And you will be rewarded for calling early. I'm sure you will be. Because you get right to that in front of the line. All right. Inspiration. Today and this morning. I asked the question, what makes a home great? Right? And as a home designer for the rich and famous, I can tell you, absolutely, unequivocally, is it size? No. It is not size. It is not luxury. It is not opulence. Absolutely not. I promised I was going to share this quote with you. It is from one of my favorite authors, Henry David Thoreau. It is from the opening paragraph page of Walden, a book I've read so many times, I don't even remember how many times I've read it. And it is this. The beauty of a house is how it expresses the authentic life of its occupants. Such homes have an almost indescribable quality to them. They stand out, not because of any grandeur or wealth, but because they just fit. Being in them is a privilege, like being invited into the very blood and bone of their owner. That quote has moved me over the years so intensely because I think Thoreau gets everything right on the money, especially the opening sentence. The beauty of a house is how it expresses the authentic life of its occupants. This is why I say
I don't design dream homes for people. I design your dream home. Because my goal is to find your story and to see that story play itself out in the architecture and the design of your home, because it is your home. It's your experience of that place that makes everything truly great. A truly great home holds us just how we like to be held. That's the point. So the question today is, how do you like to be held by your home? In other words, what would your house look like if it absolutely fit you like a glove? Now, maybe it does. And if that's the case, then you just lean back this morning and be grateful and enjoy the revelry of being in a place that's that special to you. But a lot of us have held back on our homes in areas, not just because financially. A lot of us have just held back because we're concerned about things like breaking with convention. Well, if I transform that room into the thing that I really want it to be, then, what if we sell the house? What if we have to sell the house? What about resell that? I cannot tell you how I grow weary of the question, what about reselling? You know what? You've got the freedom to do whatever with your home that you want. If you're planning on moving in a year, okay, maybe, don't remodel but half the house. But, honestly, your home has room for you. It really does. Now we have to find it. But first, we got to decide what we need it to be. Okay? So what would your house look like if it fits you like a glove? Would there be a place set aside specifically to talk, to sit and talk with people? Is that the thing that makes this house yours? Is it about finding a place to read? Is that what you do? Is it a place to listen to music? Maybe it's a place to play music. Is it a place to bathe? Not take a bath, bathe. Maybe that's a soaking tub. Maybe it's a steam room. Maybe it's a sauna. Is it a place to create? I would say probably 50% of the folks that I end up designing for are longing for some expression of a place to create in their house. Meaning, studio, a workshop, showing room, classroom, whatever it may be, this place to create. Is it a place to nap? Dean, yeah, that's what my bed is for. No, napping is a totally different aesthetic experience than sleeping. Napping can often take place best on a chaise or on a sofa or something like that. In other words, have we set aside that special time and place for you? Is it a place to go to the movies? If so, we're going to talk about pulling out all the experiential stops on this. Or is it just a place for peace and quiet? And the list goes on and on and on. The point is very simply this, that the best houses in the world are not designed by architects, but by the people who live and use those spaces and who know themselves well enough to say, you know what, I want my house to be this way for me. All right, we're going to dive back into even more when we return. You are home. The Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, Brian Bowerman.
So the CDC is encouraging people to make an effort to avoid spreading COVID-19 over the holiday season.
Use the next week to make sure you're practicing those safe prevention mitigation strategies so that when you come together for the holidays, that people have been not exposed to the virus because, in fact, they've been vaccinated, boosted, and masked.
CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says it is especially important for people to get the vaccine and booster shot to keep the Omicron variant from spreading as millions of people travel for the holidays. News brought to you by Kfi Power Services.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff with a
Actually saw this one on my way into work today. You could see it in the western sky. It's so dark. A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket is deploying another round of Starlink satellites. The rocket took off before sunrise today from Vandenberg Space Force Base near Lompoc, California. The mission is intended to send another 52 Starlink internet communication satellites into low Earth orbit. And pot farmers in California are calling on the state to suspend taxes on their crops.
Lucrative is a far cry from where we're at right now. I do think it's lucrative for the state. I think they're the only operators making money in California right now.
That pot farmer says the taxes mean people have to pay higher prices, so often they buy pot on the black market. He says he's had to lay off employees at his farm. The state is set to raise taxes on pot crops January 1st. The sport Quidditch, which was inspired by the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, is getting a name change. U.S. Quidditch and Major League Quidditch say they wanted to change the name because Quidditch is trademarked by Warner Brothers, which limits the sport's sponsorship and broadcast opportunities. They say they also want to distance themselves from Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling because of her comments about trans people. Quidditch is a mix of soccer and hockey, and the players ride on brooms. A new name hasn't been picked yet. And we are looking at a crash on the 110.
In South LA, the southbound side of the 110, the Ford Vernon is crashing in the middle lane, starting out as a stall, now is a collision. The watch for the Lakeview, close to MLK. In Anaheim, we have a crash on the southbound side of the 57, right before the 91 being reported in the left lane as well. Look out for a sudden slowing to come up on that. And in close to Mississippi, Caltech will continues on the southbound side of the 405, Harbor to the Cargo Parkway, and 3 left lanes shut down. On the northbound side of the 405, McArthur to Fairview Parkway, 2 left lanes. And plus, KFI and the Sky helps to keep it faster. Bucky.
All right. So let's say you have an incident in your home. Like what? Like a water leak. And now there's a lot of damage. So, of course, what? You're going to file a claim with your homeowner's insurance. But the hard reality is, no matter how long you have been with your insurance, or how faithfully you have paid your premium, the adjuster who shows up at your door works for them, not for you. And what the company pays them to do is save the insurance company as much money as possible by paying you as little as possible. But there is another way to do this, and every homeowner should know. Every homeowner should know about public insurance adjusters, which means every homeowner in Southern California should know about Avner Gas. Avner Gas is Southern California's most trusted public insurance adjuster. It is simple. Avner Gas works for you. His only job is to get you all the money that your claim deserves. No one messes around with Avner Gas and his team. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. But don't make the mistake of trying to negotiate with your insurance company alone. Call Avner Gas. Get the results that you deserve. Here is his number. 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256. Or just visit AvnerGat.com. That's AVNERGAT.com. Talking weather from KFI, sunny with highs in the mid-60s to around 70 at the beaches, mostly sunny with highs in the low 60s in Metro LA and overseas, mid to upper 60s in the Inland Valleys, and mid to upper 60s in the Inland Empire. We read local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Lewis. Apex Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. NMLS ID 1282331. Equal housing lender. Non-licensed in all states, including New York. Offer based on loans over $250,000. Call 855-657-99 for license, insurance, and restrictions.
With the holidays right around the corner, would a little extra cash come in handy? Instead of loading up those high-interest credit cards, get the cash you need the smart way. With home values at all-time highs and interest rates still low, Cash Call Mortgage can help you get the cash you need from your home's equity and get a low interest rate at the same time. How did the cash-out refinance mortgage and a rate and APR in the twos sound? We'll even cover the title, escrow, and appraisal fees. Need extra holiday cash? Want to pay off high-interest debt? Or just put money away for a rainy day? Then a cash-out refi from Cash Call Mortgage is the perfect solution. For a free quote to see if you qualify, go to cashcallmortgage.com or call us today. Call 800-940-0226. That's 800-940-0226. 800-940-0226.
I am one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body. I am living in the moment and taking Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablet with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Be enjoying it.
to a doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell count that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and platelet count, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
KFI AM 640. 24 hours, more stimulating talk.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. You are home. The Dean Sharp, the house whisperer, that's me. Good morning to you. Okay, at first I said it was a crisp, cool Saturday morning. It is now officially a blustery Saturday morning. It is. There's a lot of bluster. Not just from this microphone. I mean, actually in the weather, real, actual bluster. All right. Hey, in just a bit, if we have some calls to go to, we will go to the phone. I'm not too proud to tell you that sometimes on Saturday mornings, everybody's just laying there thinking, let's just listen to the show. And folks are thinking, no, there's no hope. I'm not going to call in. Here's the fact of the matter, the truth. There's no calls on the board right now, which is fine. I always have tons of stuff to talk to you about. But if you want to call in, we can also do that. So I'm going to get out the number one more time. 833-2-ASK-DEAN. 833, the numeral 2-ASK-DEAN. Yeah, I probably just committed like one of the... You're not supposed to say, oh, there are no calls on the board. Yeah. I'm always going to tell you the truth. Why? Because if you wanted to call right now, you would definitely get on the air. It's like insider trading information. 833-2-ASK-DEAN. If you get some calls, we'll go to them. Otherwise, let us continue to be inspired by what we can do with our home. Okay. The question is, what would your house look like if it fit you like a glove? Meaning, what do you really need to use your home for? And I'm not talking about the practical stuff that we all understand. How can I communicate this to you in a way that goes beyond how we normally think about our home? Yes, your home is there to, of course, shelter you and do all the necessary things. Keep you warm when it's cold, keep you cool when it's hot, keep you dry when it's raining, etc., etc. A custom home, which a lot of people confuse with a luxury home. And the two are not even in the same category with each other, okay? A custom home is a home that has truly been carved into something, shaped into something that fits your specific family story, your specific life story, your specific lifestyle. That is a custom home. Luxury homes, homes can be luxurious or they can be economized. It doesn't matter. Both of those types of homes and everything in between on the entire spectrum can be generic. Generic luxury, Dean, that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it should make sense to you because I could name off to you right now the 12 or 15 things that should be in every quote-unquote luxury home, okay? Notice I just said that. Should be in every luxury home. That means that there's a generic list for luxury homes. There are developers out there who build on spec luxury homes. For who? They don't know. They're on spec. They don't know who they're building them for. They build them and then they sell them. Okay? A custom home is bespoke. It's bespoke. it is made for you. And it doesn't matter whether, think of it like clothing. It doesn't matter whether we tailor, a gun set, a rough piece of wool, or whether it's, expensive silk. The point is that tailoring a piece of clothing to your body makes a huge, huge difference when it comes to the way it fits and the way it feels. And that's what I'm talking about. So we're not talking about spending an ordinance amount of money necessarily. That's not it. A lot of people, again, misunderstand that. When Dean starts talking about custom homes, we're talking just get out your checkbook because it's going to cost a lot of money. No, not necessarily. Not at all. In fact, when it comes to some of these things. For instance, you got a fireplace in your living room? I do. And of course, we live in Southern California where it's warm. And so you would think, well, that fireplace gets fixed. My fireplace gets used all the time. All the time. Almost every day? Yeah, almost every day. And I'll tell you why. Because of my life. Because when it's not Saturday morning, I'm up at 5 o'clock and I am sitting there, reading, thinking, writing. No matter where I live, no matter what home I find myself in, that is an area of my life and my lifestyle that I am so committed to, that is so important to me, that that home has to have that warm, quiet, sitting, thinking, writing area. It does not require a room unto itself. It's a part of, in our case, our living room. And we don't have a massive room. We don't have a massive house. We live in a, 1,380 square foot house. That's it. And yet, we have carved out of that space special spaces that are specifically designed to match up hand in glove with our lifestyle. I mentioned this before the last break, but I'm going to read it to you again. This is a quote from Christopher Alexander. It is one of the most important things that you can know about architecture. And it is this: the most wonderful spaces in the world are not designed by architects, but by the people who live and use those spaces. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about messing your house up for resale. You don't have to worry about that. Only, well, maybe some of you. Maybe one out of 1,000 homeowners needs to be like, whoa, buddy, pull those reins in. Okay, no, we're not going to put a roller coaster in your entryway of your house, okay? Okay, maybe. But most of you are just too timid when it comes to that. You're too timid. You're like, I don't know what. The third bedroom that we're not using, but what if we do that? It could be a bedroom, right? I don't know if I want to get rid of the formal dining room. I don't know if I want to get rid of the formal living room. You mean the rooms you never go in? Yeah, you just handed it for the customization of your home or your lifestyle. All right, I have so much more to talk to you about that. But guess what? Because I asked, there you are. The board is full of cards. Everybody's just like, oh. So when we return, let's go to the phone and try and answer some of them. Your home, the Dean Shark, the House Whisperer, and a poor gas explosion has killed at least 12 people in the Pakistan. Pope Francis has authorized restrictions on practices of Latin Mass that have upset some conservatives in the church. And European countries are public restrictions, state and public places to try to limit the new ways and have a look at and go on the one time. You might not think about your water heater very often, but you certainly are going to think about it if it is not working, because there's nothing worse than, getting ready to relax in a hot shower and then finding out you have a nice cold one. If that is you need to call Water Heaters Only. Water Heaters Only has been replacing water heaters, getting the job done right since 1968. When you need a new water heater, they are the only ones you need to call, because they're honest, and they're reliable, and they know everything there is to know about water heaters. Water Heaters Only also offers same-day service, quality products, and the lowest prices around. So, for a limited time, you can get 0% deferred interest financing. Call the company that does water heaters only. Visit waterheatersonly.com Get a new water heater with zero interest. Terms and conditions apply at waterheatersonly.com. Waterheatersonly.com. This holiday, you get that almost for the cheapest, or you can just go to Twizzlers.com. Try 2 and eat for take-home dinners for 6. Start at $84.99. Yes, holiday dinners for 6 are just $84.99. You can go ahead at Twizzlers.com.
Sorry, I can see.
And eat. Quick alert from KFI, there's a frost advisory in the Inland Empire until 8 o'clock this morning. This report brought to you by Sizzler. And we are back at that crash on the 110.
In South LA on the southbound side of the 110 right before Vernon. It's a crash in the middle lane, affecting Danville.